Hey there! Welcome to this episode of Canadian Retro Things. If you saw my last episode, you saw me take my TRS80 MC10 computer and hook it up to a house stereo for the saving and loading device. Well, thanks to an auction that I just recently won, I am going to continue in the same vein of taking two odd items and pairing them up. So I'm going to today take my TRS80 Coco2 computer and I'm going to hook it up to this. This is a 1979 Panasonic TV radio cassette recorder. So I'm going to use it not only as the TV for the computer, but I'm also going to attempt to use it for the saving and loading device. So first, we'll take a look at this beast, and then we'll try to hook the computer up to it. And here's the beast up close. As you can see, it's got the TV and radio, plus all of the control knobs on front, and a tape deck on the top. Now, when I first thought about getting one of these, the units that I did look at had a cassette player that only played. There were no outputs. So what I was planning on doing was taking it apart and adding a couple of outputs directly from the internal speaker. But as you can see, this one has almost the exact same input and outputs as the Tandy CCR81 cassette deck that I have. So I'm thinking it might just be as simple as plugging the computer into those ports, and I might be able to load and save programs on this. And here on the other side, I'll be able to take one of those switch boxes that I'm not so fond of, but here serve the perfect purpose for being able to hook, hopefully, the computer up to this TV. And on the back, we have a couple more control knobs, as well as a battery compartment. Now, this beast takes 9 D-cell batteries. So I can't even imagine how heavy this thing would be with 9 D-cell batteries. It's already really heavy. 9 D-cell batteries in here? Wow. And here you can see that you can set it to either 120 volt or 220 volt. And also that its actual production date was October 1979. I've got it hooked up to the power. Now the first thing we'll try is switching the TV on to see if that works. Yes, it does. Oh, looks like it needs some adjustment. And I'm going to turn this off and test the tape deck with some music. I don't want a copyright strike, so we'll do that off camera and try out the radio. Okay, so I've tried the tape deck and the radio. Both of them seem to be working fine. The one thing is the volume knob is a little crackly when you turn it, and it fades a little bit in and out. So we'll pull that off. Take a little contact cleaner. Spray it in there. And now give it some turns. Let's see if that helps. Seems to be much more responsive now. All right, well, let's hook the cable box up to it and get a computer hooked up to it. So there's two sets of screws we can hook up to here. This is UHF and this is VHF, so we want to go to channel 3 or 4, so we'll have to hook up to the VHF. Alright, there we go. We're hooked up there. Now let's get the computer. Okay, the computer is hooked up. The power is on. Let's adjust a little bit now. Let's try and tune this in. There we go. The computer is on. I'm going to now attempt to hook the cassette cable up. So I'm going to guess the remote one goes in the remote. And the microphone one will go into the microphone. And possibly the other one will go into the earphone, which kills the speaker. So there we go. So I've typed in a quick little program out of the extended basic manual and saved it on here. So the remote part seems to be working. And we got an error. Maybe it's the volume. Turn the volume up a little bit, see what happens. Nope, another error. Mess with the bass and treble, see what happens. Okay, I'm going to mess around with this for a little bit. And after fiddling around for probably a good 2 hours, I haven't gotten any programs to load. So I decided to go with changing up the connection device. Got rid of that awful little switch box, and I found this little connector that connects directly to a coaxial cable in my drawer of junk. So now we're going to see if this works. So there doesn't seem to be quite as much noise on the coaxial cable as there was on the RCA cable. So here is hoping. Oh, it looked like it worked. It worked. Okay, now we will try to save a copy of this onto the tape. You can get programs to load once in a while. Programs are not saving, it doesn't seem. It's a headache. Anyways, the important thing is I've got this nice tiny screen that I can play games on. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that I'll be able to revisit this at a later date and get this cassette deck working properly. Yeah, if you like the video, you can give me a thumbs up. You can comment below. You can subscribe to my channel. All of that would be very helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.